Hello, everybody. My name is Link7. I wish you all a very good Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic time and that it's just a nice time. It's nice holidays, the Christmas spirit is up. And if you didn't have a chance to spend it with your family, then I hope that you still had a good time and, that you stay positive because I definitely understand how you feel, especially last year. I was living in Germany, if you did not know, and I was very lonely a lot of the time living there alone. So I can definitely understand the frustration of being alone. But for me personally, staying with my friends on Twitch and YouTube helped me a lot. So I hope that all the content and the streams and stuff has helped you out if you didn't have the opportunity to celebrate with your family. Um, but yeah, what I wanted to do was just kind of sit down, have just kind of a more real video, just going over this just very generally this past year, what's happened like this entire 2018. 2018 has been a incredible year for me. I think it's very easy for us people to just, you always want to focus on the negative side of things. You want to focus on, complaining about stuff. And, it's very easy to, you know, not be happy about a lot of things. But for example, for me, obviously it's very easy to get lost in Twitch numbers, as I see a lot of streamers do. And if you've ever heard me on stream, I usually say I hide my viewer numbers because it's very easy. If you see that they get 400 viewers and then 300 people is a lot of people to watch. But then it's very easy to get in that mindset of, oh shit, why is 100 people less watching me today? So that's why I usually hide those kind of numbers. And I think I don't think it's just with streaming. I think in general in life, it's very easy to not appreciate what you have, but instead, be unthankful for what you don't have. So instead, I wanted to sit down, go over this past year of streaming with you guys, and just kind of appreciate what's happened this year because this year has been absolutely incredible. If you guys don't know, in summer of 2017, I decided to try and pursue my my dream, sorry, of full time streaming. And it was very tough because I just graduated. I had my degree, my nursing degree, so I would have a backup. So I felt comfortable enough to try full time streaming. Now, in the end of 2017, I decided to try and move to Germany to move away from my family a bit, just getting some space. Just trying to live on my own and see if I could be dependent. And it was definitely a very rough time. Money was very bad. Honestly, looking back at that, that maybe wasn't the best decision. I at the time had about 200 to 100 Twitch subscribers. I was definitely losing money every month compared to my expenses, compared to what I was making, and it was very rough times. I was definitely eating a lot of ramen, doing the student life, basically living is, like living on the edge, basically bill to bill. But this year's been absolutely incredible thanks to all of the support. So I just kind of wanted to, since it's Christmas, is I'm just very thankful, and I wanted to kind of just go over how this past year has been. So yeah, the first thing was HGDQ, of course, that year, 2018. I didn't have a run at the time, but I did go to HGDQ 2018 to hang out with my friends, which looking at it then, was the best and the worst decision ever. At the time when I was going, I very much regretted my decision because I got the tickets while I was still living at home before my finances were much worse, and I couldn't really afford going to GDQ. I mean, I had still paid for everything, but I really should have saved that money. Like if I knew that I was going to move out and had so many expenses. At there, I got to meet with one of the Twitch staff, so I got to borrow a stream backpack and we did an IRL stream from the event, just going around showing things off. Um, and I also, talking to the Twitch staff, was offered one of the biggest opportunities of my streaming career, which was Twitch Partner Spotlight, which, if you do not know, is a thing you can get into as a partner, where for an entire week straight, you basically get 1 hour of front page time every single day for an entire week, which is absolutely massive, and it helped my stream grow a lot. During that time, I was grinding Wind Waker, and we actually got two records during that week of front page time, both a 107.14 and a 105.46, which was crazy. And then we also ended up following that right after getting a 105.12, which was definitely very unexpected because I had basically taken a break from any percent, so it was a very nice way to come back to Wind Waker speedrunning. Then probably one of the biggest days of my entire speedrunning career happened, where we ended up getting the first ever sub 105 and sub 104 in the same day. We did it! We did it! We did it! Yes! Sub 104, baby! Back-to-back record, that's it! Holy crap, that was so close to getting trolled by Zelda. It was so close. We almost, like, missed it. We did it! Holy crap. Holy crap. Sub 105 and sub 104 back-to-back in the same day. Absolutely incredible. I do not believe it. I cannot believe I just did that. Absolutely incredible. Normally, if I get a world record, I go offline, but it just happened to be that the first run of the day was a world record. It was the first ever sub 105 with a 104, and then I did one more attempt, and then right back to back, I got a 103, which was the first ever sub 104. It was an incredible day. And then I just kind of memed, well, now we got that, let's just go over to Old Dungeons, and we actually ended up getting a world record of Old Dungeons, which I hadn't ran in over like half a year. First run back with a 2:38.09, which was just absolutely incredible. There was even a video made by another YouTuber called The Best Speedrun Ever, of like a compilation of these moments, which was incredible. Alright. Yeah, spam whatever hype emote you want. I would recommend FrankerZ. I think FrankerZ is the best. Because we can still die on Ganon, because I'm gonna go for fast Ganon, so... FrankerZ in the chat, let's go. Let's not die here. Let's not do it. Let's not die. Zelda! You suck! Oh my god, you suck! Zelda sucks, holy shit, dude. You need to practice your Swedish sniper skills. The Swedish sniper is the boss. Let's do it. Alright, new Wind Waker HD Old Dungeons record in 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 9 seconds. Then I ended up moving on to trying to go for 100% because I just got 80% in all dungeons, right? I used to run that category and I got the first ever sub 630, but after new routes and the barrier skip time saves and all of all of that stuff, it's just in like the manual super sim and all that, like the category had been pushed down so much compared to when I ran it. So I came back, I got the 621, and then I ended up getting a 603.03, which was still a few minutes after the record, because the record was actually 5:57 if I remember correctly, 5:57 or 5:58. And I felt like, okay, this will require a lot of time dedication. I want to focus a bit on any percent, so I ended up losing any percent with records. So I took a break from Hundo, and I went back to any percent again, and we got a comeback record of a 1:03.18, which is that's like a 2-minute PB right there. Incredible run. Then we ended up improving that a few days later with a 1:03.10. After that, I actually got a little bit into Ocarina of Time. I started to play some Ocarina of Time 100%. I ended up with a 5:33.37. Not a great time by any means. We were like having around the 5.5 hour mark, but considering our limited time spent and practicing is learning that game, it was definitely definitely not bad at all. I was very happy just playing something else. It was a lot of fun. Then I got back to 20% and I was grinding. I got a 1:02.57. I got a 1:02.38. I got a 1:02.29. As you could tell, I was in a I was dealing with basically getting a record back. I was overthinking it a lot, and I was having a hard time coming back to it because I kept choking endgame because I was getting very nervous. So you could tell they're like 3 PBs and all of them were within half a minute of each other. Then Wind Waker randomizers came out, which was a huge thing in the community because Ocarina of Time randomizers had finally started to take off. It was huge in the speedrun community. People have been speedrunning, A Link to the Past randomizers and Super Metroid randomizers and stuff like that for a long time now. Zelda 1 and 2 as well, I think. I'm not much into those those communities much, but I'm pretty sure those are already around as well. And that was a huge, huge like viewer requested thing for a very long time because it was very fun to do those randomizers. I then came around and I did some more 90%. I got a 101.34, which marks an end of an era. That was the last world record with that route that was used. That was used almost since basically like since the manual super sim got implemented in November of 2017. It had been that route for every single run. And that stayed for, you know, like over half a year. So like half a year was just the same route. And that marked the last one of that era. Because the next one I got, which was my 101.26, was the first run where door clip was newly introduced again with the island hops and the route you will see in the current route, actually. With all of that shenanigans, to put it lightly. After that, I ended up getting a 1 hour and 38 second time, and that was basically the last time I got any percent. After that, I switched my focus to 100% again, and I slowly started to improve it. I got a record back. I kept improving it. I did my randomizer marathon, which was a crazy stream, which we definitely have to do again, where I basically for like 20 hours straight I did a Link to the Past randomizer, and then right back I did a Ocarina of Time randomizer, and then I did a Wind Waker randomizer, all like in one run. Like we had basically 3 splits, just randomizer, randomizer, randomizer. Sat for like 18, 20 hours just doing that in one sitting. It was a very fun stream. Definitely something I have to do in the future. Then I came back to all dungeons, and I got a 234.32, which was the last record for all dungeons without the boomerang skip, since now there's been a new route with skipping the boomerang, which was not really a strat then. So that was the last record with that route. And I also got a 5:55.33, finally claiming back the 100% world record, which felt amazing. This was also around a time where GDQ submissions was happening. I submitted that. It got accepted to, HGQ 2019. After that, I kept just focusing on playing any 100%, and, a lot, just improving on that, getting more consistent. Then, we actually got into some more, recent times. About a month ago now, Pokemon came out. I was streaming a bunch of that, shiny hunting. As you've probably seen on YouTube or Twitch, I had a lot of shiny reactions. We got a lot of shinies, definitely focusing a lot on that. We improved our 100% record. We got a 5:43.02, which is what the current 100% record for Wind Waker HD stands for right now. And then I just tried some other stuff. I tried like Faces of Evil, I tried some Smash, and just in general having a lot of fun. And then the most recent thing that's happened this year was definitely that Doorclip had finally had a new alternative method found, which made it a lot more consistent. And then I kind of came back and I did like attempts for 80% now for about a week. Sadly, we weren't able to get a new time, but it's definitely in the very near future. We had some very bad luck in endgame, sadly, so I haven't been able to improve that time yet, but definitely something I want to focus on in the near future. I also played like a meme game I promised for a long time, which was Zelda Faces of Evil, which is one of these Philips CDI games. So we played a bit of that as well. And yeah, that's just a short rundown of basically what's happened this year. This year has been incredible, both how much this stream has grown and just how many people have just support me. It means the world to me. I would have never expected to be at this point in a year. In just a year time. I remember, making my goal of 2018 to basically reach 500 Twitch subscribers. That was my goal of 2018. And that got blown out of the water. And I'm so incredibly thankful, just for how this year has panned out, how many people are supporting me, and just enjoying watching my stream. Because in the end, if you don't know, for example, my degree is, a nurse. I've always been a people person, and I started streaming in 2013 when I was 13 years old. This was before, this was no affiliate was not a thing. I streamed for the first 2 years of streaming. I didn't make a single dollar of streaming. basically none. I mean, like, I did have a PayPal link, but there was no alerts on stream, so people didn't donate. You couldn't get bits. Bits was not a thing yet. Affiliate was not a thing, so you couldn't get partner. Like, you had to get partner to get subs and stuff like that. So, like, I streamed for 2 years straight, literally making $0. Basically, I mean, like, maybe I made $5-10, but like, just out of the, like, just my passion for games, my passion for speedrunning, and most importantly, I wanted to entertain people, because I knew when I was in a much darker time and when I was struggling a lot mentally, I remember how much Twitch and YouTube helped me. Just, you know, just getting cheered up, just being part of a community and just watching Twitch. It really helped me, you know, just keep my mind straight and just, you know, not focus on everything that was going on in my life, and just, you know, just, you know, feeling happy and just feeling like, you know, I made friends on this amazing platform that is Twitch. And just the fact of being able to do that now myself, 6 years later after I started watching Twitch, is incredible. Absolutely incredible. It was something that I dreamed about, and the fact that that actually is a reality is amazing. So yeah, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you everybody so much for this past year. What's coming up in the future? I'm obviously I'm gonna go back to 100% now for Wind Waker HD, because Awesome Games Done Quick 2019 is coming up in January, so I'm gonna go to that. I also have some front page time in January that's gonna come up, so I have a lot of plans for streaming in the beginning of next year. So we're just gonna keep grinding, you know, speedrunning, playing games, having fun. Definitely want to try and get into another secondary game as well. Maybe want to get back into Ocarina of Time or something. We'll see. I won't make any promises on that. But yeah, I am very excited. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I plan to keep entertaining you guys, keep bringing you guys amazing content, and I really hope that 2019 is gonna be a good year, because 2018 to me was one of the best years of my life. So yeah. But yeah, that's it. I tried to just do this in one take. Just, I didn't want to cut this up and just make this, you know, just a normal YouTube video where you just put on a fake smile. You know, I wanted to just really sit down and just have a real talk with you guys, because I really never really do this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on both, I really appreciate all of you guys taking some time to watch you know, my stream and my videos and all of that stuff, my content over this past year, and supporting me. And I'm very excited to keep doing this and just, you know, keep putting more and more work into just Twitch and YouTube. So I wish you all a very great end of your year. Also, huge project I've been working on for over 1-2 weeks is about to drop in the end of this year, which is going to be a Wind Waker world record progression video. I've spent so many hours in this, so expect that on the channel in the near future. It's probably my biggest project I've ever worked on when it comes to my Twitch channel and YouTube channel in general on one project. So definitely stay tuned for that. But that's probably going to be the last full-on YouTube video I'm going to make in 2018. But yeah, of course, 2019, tons of more streams, YouTube content, all that stuff. I've been focusing a bit more on YouTube. So yeah, I wish you all a great rest of your year. Like I said, wish you a great holidays. And yeah, I'm excited for the future holds. So thank you guys for being awesome. And I will see you all in the next video and in the future streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/Linkus7. So thank you guys for watching this video. And yeah, have a great one. Bye-bye.